Hey Cowboys Nation, let's go for another round of news from America's team. Watch until the end so you don't miss any news and sign up to stay tuned for everything that comes out about the Cowboys.
Cowboys rework Dak Prescott's contract to reduce massive cap hit slightly, AP source says. The Dallas Cowboys are slightly reducing quarterback Dak Prescott's massive salary cap hit by reworking his contract going into the final year of the deal, a person with knowledge of the move said Monday. A $5 million roster bonus has been converted into a signing bonus to reduce the 2024 cap hit by $4 million, to about $55 million, the person told the Associated Press on condition of anonymity because the club doesn't release details of contracts. The move was first reported by ESPN. The Cowboys can create more salary cap relief with an extension for Prescott, who is coming off a wild card loss at home to Green Bay that dropped his playoff record to 2-5. While Jerry Jones has said the club plans to keep Prescott, the team owner and general manager hasn't struck the same definitive tone he did in 2021 before signing his franchise QB to a club record $160 million, 4-year contract. The reworking of the contract included adding 2 more voidable years in 2027 and 2028, which pushed Prescott's salary cap number in 2025 up slightly to $40 million. The Cowboys have been quiet in free agency in part because of looming paydays for All-Pro receiver CeeDee Lamb and star pass rusher Micah Parsons, the 2021 NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year. Committing to Prescott beyond the coming season would make it easier to get deals done with Lamb and Parsons. The only addition for Dallas from another team so far is linebacker Eric Kendricks on a 1-year deal worth up to $3.5 million. The Cowboys added Kendricks while releasing linebacker Leighton Vander Esch, their 2018 first-round pick, on a failed physical designation after another neck injury last season. Prescott, a 3-time Pro Bowler, has started ever since the beginning of his rookie year after Tony Romo was injured during the preseason in 2016. Prescott went from unheralded 4th-round pick to the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year while leading Dallas to the top seed in the NFC playoffs. The Cowboys lost Prescott's playoff debut to Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, and they haven't advanced past the divisional round in 4 other tries since then. Dallas hasn't been to an NFC championship game since the last of the franchise's 5 Super Bowl titles to cap the 1995 season. Dallas agreed to terms Monday with another of its free agents, a 1-year deal for running back Rico Dowdle. With Tony Pollard's departure to Tennessee in free agency, Dowdle is the leading returning rusher with 361 yards. The Cowboys also are bringing back cornerback Jordan Lewis, special teams ace C.J. Goodwin and long snapper Trent Sieg. Proposed Cowboys trade brings a Jay Brown-like receiver to Dallas. The Dallas Cowboys could be an ideal landing spot for a new number 3 wide receiver. As suggested by SB Nation's blogging The Boys' David Howman, one trade Dallas should pursue is involving Tennessee Titans wide receiver Treylon Burks. The Cowboys are obviously in the market for a new number 3 receiver after releasing Michael Gallup. Howman argues that Dallas' lack of quality depth at receiver, Jalen Tolbert would be the next man up, should lead to interest in Burks, who actually replaced A.J. Brown in Tennessee after they traded the star receiver to the Philadelphia Eagles. The team is optimistic about Jalen Tolbert, but not so much that they won't hedge their bets in other ways, writes Howman. And adding a former first-round pick that the Cowboys themselves were once interested in sounds like the exact type of move this team gravitates towards. Enter Treylon Burks, the 18th pick of the 2022 NFL Draft. The Titans shocked everyone by trading A.J. Brown and picking Burks to replace him, an impossible expectation to live up to. Potential Treylon Burks trade may only cost day 3 draft pick. Howman also mentions that it should only cost a day 3 pick for the former first-round draft pick. Coming out of Arkansas, Burks was praised for his size, strength, and competitive spirit, writes Howman. Some poor athletic testing sullied his draft stock, but Burks drew interest from plenty of teams, including Dallas. Swapping a day 3 pick for the receiver now would be the perfect low-risk gamble to give Burks another shot in a new system. The 23-year-old Burks has been very disappointing over the first 2 seasons of his career. Given every opportunity to emerge as the Titans' number 1 receiver, Burks has produced just 49 catches for 665 receiving yards and 1 touchdown during the first 2 years of his career. While it's true that the Titans haven't exactly been the most stable of organizations, they shifted from Ryan Tannehill to rookie Will Levis as the starting quarterback in 2023 and have now changed head coaches. Burks simply hasn't been very good early on in his NFL career. But a change of scenery, a more stable situation in Dallas under Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott, could bring out the very best in the 6'2", 225-pound receiver. When factoring in that the Cowboys already have 2 established receivers in CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks, Burks could prosper with not as much defensive attention facing him. Treylon Burks once compared to A.J. Brown coming out of college, although it's hard to imagine considering Burks' lack of production and Brown's resume. The third-year receiver was actually once compared to the guy he replaced when he was coming out of the draft. Via NFL.com's Lance Zierlein. Big, smooth and natural, Burks possesses the versatility to operate from wherever you want and get to wherever you need no matter the competition, writes Zierlein. He's a mismatch receiver combining size, strength and competitiveness similar to the Titans' A.J. Brown, but his speed testing at the NFL Scouting Combine did not meet expectations. Arkansas benefited by putting the ball in his hands from a variety of alignments, and there is no reason to believe NFL play callers won't benefit from doing the same. If the Cowboys can acquire the young receiver with a low draft pick, there's no reason they shouldn't explore a possible trade for Burks. The truth behind Jerry Jones' all-in comments in which Cowboys players he's committing his chips to. I'm all in. These are powerful words to hear if you are sitting along the felt of a poker table. At that moment, someone has decided to put all their remaining chips at risk based on the outcome of the current hand being played. Sometimes this bold move can result in a big win, giving someone many more chips to work with, whereas other times it can bust them and send them to the rail. It's a risky move, but one those are willing to take if it can provide the best outcome. Jerry Jones is no stranger to taking risks, as he's been a riverboat gambler most of his life. His early years with the Dallas Cowboys saw him wheeling and dealing, but he has backed off considerably with the influence of others around him. Of course, that doesn't keep his mouth from moving as he put Cowboys Nation in a frenzy, but suggesting they would be all in this offseason. And now, after a week of almost nothingness, the Cowboys Nation is restless and are starting to feel duped as Jones and the Cowboys appear to be doing what they always do, which is their typical cautious approach to free agency. But did Jones truly lead fans astray? Taking a closer look at what he said might tell us otherwise. I would anticipate, with looking ahead at our key contracts that we'd like to address, we will be all in. Those are the words uttered by Jones back in January. Now he has been known to be a little creative with his word speak, and to be quite honest, we're not even sure if he knows what he is trying to say sometimes, but this crazy miscommunication is not on him. Never did he say that the Cowboys would be aggressive in free agency. Instead, he specifically mentioned key contracts coming up. Allow the guy who once leveled Terrell Owens at midfield when he was trying to disrespect the star to clarify this for us.